For those children of the digital age, a book is very similar to a Kindle, except for the fact that its battery life is insane, which is balanced out by the fact that each book only tells one story, and despite being made of very flammable paper, are not made to be burned under any circumstances, as according to my old history lecturer, this leads to very bad things. Green Book, however, is a film where Aragorn, son of Arathorn, drives Mahershala Ali to possibly his second Oscar for Best Supporting Actor after his wins at the Golden Globes and Critics' Choice Awards, although my money's still on Rami Malek for Bohemian Rhapsody. Bearing in mind that no one has won multiple acting Oscars in 2 years or less in any category since Tom Hanks went back-to-back in the Best Actor race, Philadelphia in 1993 and Forrest Gump 1994, that's over 24 years ago. But back to Green Book, and if you remember Driving Miss Daisy, then you've pretty much got this film played out in your head already. Essentially, Aragorn is a working class guy who takes a driving job, ensuring that Mahershala gets to all his gigs on time at all costs. And given that this film is set in the Deep South during the 1960s, they have more than traffic jams to worry about. Naturally, you get your chalk and cheese coupling as these two men grow and learn from each other, with quite a few moments that made me chuckle and a few made me wonder if we updated everyone's fashion sense and gave people smartphones, how little things have changed between then and now. It's based on a true story and ticks all the boxes for critical praise and to win enough awards to ensure that every door in their house has a doorstop, but there's just something predictable about it. I mean, it doesn't do anything wrong. The film's got some amazing performances, the music's amazing, I laughed at the funny bits, got emotional at the sad bits, and angry at the bits I was supposed to get angry at, but there was just something not quite clicking with me. The title, for example, is a reference to The Negro Motorist Green Book, also known as The Negro Traveller's Green Book. Published from 1936 to 1966, the guide helped African American travellers find lodging, restaurants and other businesses that would serve them. But whilst there are some references to the differing experience Mahershala and his bandmates, who I swear have no names, are having, the material isn't mined for all it could give. It's got no real surprises up its sleeve, and instead of having a consistent narrative, it just seems to be a 10-minute episode in one town, 5 minutes of car stuff, usually involving food, then another 10 minutes in another town. One segment in the rain that could have provided a real gut punch was over too quickly, and the in-film debates it generated were too brief. This is one of the very few films I'm prepared to say need another 20 minutes runtime. It also needed some grit, a sense of menace, or barely constrained loathing that I'm sure the real Doc Don Shirley had to deal with on his quest to play at places where he's considered little more than a piece of furniture and subjected to almost relentless physical and emotional abuse, and all the while, in the film at least, acting like a proto-Dr. Martin Luther King. I mean, like I say, this film does very little wrong. The leads kill it. There was no moment that took me out of the film, although a few were a little bit on the nose, but with a pairing like this, you could have had a touch more grit in it too, with the music providing rare moments of sunlight to an unrelenting sense of just below the surface menace that a very good film could have become something great. Films like this are so tough to talk about because, well, not only do I have to reverse all my usual complaints, I've even enjoyed the multiple instances of narration, but I also have to admit that I'm nitpicking. It deserves every nod and bit of praise it's getting, and when it comes onto TV then I'll watch it again quite happily, but it's just so frustrating at the same time. It's like when you see the TV edit of a film that you swear had more teeth than this when you watched it on DVD a few months ago. So I definitely think you should see it, but a story like this should be a 15 and not a 12A. But what did you guys think? And what is your favourite road trip movie? Comment below, let me know. I'm Daniel, this has been A Dunking. If you've enjoyed this video, please like, share and subscribe.